Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, notorious Champagne Poppy, known for his notable gambling bets, like betting $1 million for OBJ to hit the over in the receiving yards in that Super Bowl. Missed it just barely, but stirred up some buzz earlier this week when he said that he might be retiring from the rap game at some point, which kind of thinking of it like a swan song.
Yeah.
Definitely seeing retirement in his future. So I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, definitely Drake is better at finding young rap talent than he is at betting on sports, because Drake, what his strategy has been, and I think what Drake did for the industry kind of set a standard, is any young and upcoming artist, he would feature them on his album or he would do a feature with them. And then it would keep Drake relevant. He'd boost another fan base and then show his fans another artist. So I kind of like how Drake has put his arms around people, and then he messages people when they try something new. So definitely think he's an influential artist. Definitely not someone like I regularly listen to. It's not really my style of music that he makes, but definitely think he's had a huge impact on hip hop. And the fact that he has a Drake curse, I think, is a testament to himself, where he's built a culture where if you have a bad bet, it's his fault. So overall, I do think he's going to leave, and definitely going to leave a void there. And we're going to have someone new and up and coming replace him. And then you're starting to see like Drake take a step back. J. Cole's taking a step back. Kendrick makes an album like once every 5 years. Eminem taking a step back. So you're starting to see this whole generation of rappers, probably the GOATs from the 2010s. Lil Wayne's not making as much music anymore. So then you have a whole new young generation. And I feel like Drake was the youngest out of that whole crew. So I feel like him
Yeah.
stepping back is definitely ushering in the new era.
Yeah. One thing I can say that I appreciate someone like him doing is a lot of artists like him. Think of Drake as somebody who's, I think, next to Eminem, is the best selling artist of the decade,
Yeah.
of the 2010s.
For rap, definitely.
Well, just numbers in general.
Yeah.
His numbers right up there. So the fact that he's able to retire on top potentially,
Yeah.
maybe he has one last album to call it, but somebody who can see that he's already had this success. He's has 15 years of discography. He's got some classics in there. He's able to walk away relatively at a high point. I think he's usually good for about an album a year. He's released a couple the last few years, and I'm starting to see a quality decline. Maybe it's not drastic.
Yeah.
I don't mean to diss this one particular rapper, but Eminem is notorious for having an inconsistent catalog where he has the greatness in the beginning and then you see him be a shell of himself a decade later. So somebody who's willing to say, hey, you know what? I've had my success. I've made my millions of dollars. I'm going to walk away. And I can see him going into more pop culture. I think movies for him would be a smash. Maybe he goes back into television where he started, or maybe he gets into producing.
Yeah, I think producing would definitely be cool, because I think Drake has a good ear, or just being like a Diddy type figure who probably is going to have his own record label at some point. Because I feel like out of all the rappers, he's probably the best at spotting young talent. And I feel like his collab album with 21 Savage at this point, it almost seems like a passing of the torch, because I feel like 21 Savage, JID, and Jack Harlow are definitely going to take over the rap game. I feel like if you want someone who's going to replace Drake, I feel like Jack Harlow gives you all the qualities that Drake does, except without the singy shit. He has like the cocky, confident lines. Definitely a ladies rapper. He makes really good pop hits. As soon as he drops a song, it's everywhere. And he just has this magnitude to him where every time he walks in a room, he's the biggest guy there. And then whenever he drops the album, he's getting nominated for the Grammys every year. So technically, like, him and Drake aren't always the best rappers, and I don't think Jack Harlow's technically the best rapper, but I feel like someone who's going to replace him, he's probably someone who's going to step into that pop culture vein, and can blow up as big as Drake.
I'm excited. You mentioned something about the 2010s and some of the rappers stepping away.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how someone like JID, who had the Forever Story, got snubbed at the Grammys, should have won. And then we have someone like Baby Keem, the cousin of Kendrick Lamar. Maybe he moves on and he does great things. Loved Melodic Blue. And then maybe there's an artist that we haven't seen yet that's popped up, that's going to emerge. And then there's even, a lot of female rappers that have been really successful the last couple of years. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat. And then right now, the hottest thing right now is Ice Spice. Ice Spice is everywhere, blown up everywhere. So it's interesting. We're entering into a really interesting rap era that we don't even know what it is yet.